Welcome to the Stone and Star Art Studio. Today we are doing the third mermaid piece in our series. And this one is my favorite because she looks like the Little Mermaid, which will always be my favorite movie. So the first thing we're going to do is sketch out her head. And it's going to be a bit like an upside down egg, but she's facing all the way to the left, so we get to practice our profile. So here's her little torso. Pay close attention to where you put the neck in relation to the head, and then use just two big curved lines to bring her tail all the way down to a point. Now I'm going to have her left arm flaring backwards, and then her right arm is going to point forwards into like she's blowing a kiss. There's her shell bra, and then here's where her nose is going to be, and her forehead. So it'll curve out to her nose, and then we'll do little puckered lips, and then her chin. Make sure you really take time to look at your profile and make sure it looks good, because that will be the focal point of this piece. So here's where the hair is going to flare off backwards, like she's got some water moving behind her. And then in the front, we'll have her signature bangs. So at the tip of her tail, it'll flare out into like a V. And then from the top of the tail, it's just going to make nice smooth curves. So the fins should be skinny at the top and skinny at the bottom. And here I'm just adding in a cute little coral crown. When you're happy with your sketch, go back and ink your work. I like to use a micron pen because I know I can paint over it with watercolor and it won't bleed. When your ink is 100% dry, go back and erase your pencil marks. Before we watercolor, let's take a look at what colors we're going to use. So today for our mermaid palette, we're going to use this beautiful lime green color, this rich forest green color, and my favorite, teal. I find it's good to practice a gradient using all three colors just to make sure that they'll blend well and that I understand how the colors are going to mix on the actual paper. It's good to have a little practice before you do the final thing. Now I'm going to go through and watercolor. So I'll start out with lime green at the bottom of the fins, and then I'm going to slowly work my way up through forest green and then to a little bit of teal. And because we practiced our palette and we know all of these colors blend well together, if you want to start with a different color and blend it differently, you're welcome to do that because we know it's going to look good no matter what. For her hair, I'm going to start out with teal at the tips, and then as I move to the left, I'm going to add in our regular blue. So it makes a nice, beautiful gradient as we get closer to her face. When her fin is completely dry, I'm just going to go back in and add in some diamond shapes, just because I like the way it looks and it makes the piece more interesting. When everything is completely dry, I'm going to go back in and add her skin tone. So again, you can just play with orange, pink, red, brown, and just kind of see what colors you can come up with. I'm going to add a little pink on her cheeks for blush, and then later I'll go back in and add some red for her lips. Okay, here's our final piece. I hope you enjoyed painting this Little Mermaid with me, and I've loved doing this series. If you like your final product, I would love for you to tag me on Instagram at artbyisla. Thank you so much for watching.